My name is Antonio Vega, and I'll be walking you through submitting our Method 3 data submission method, which is our QRDA file upload. So the screen that you're currently seeing is going to be our login screen, and you can see on the left-hand side we have our username and password that is needed. I'm going to go ahead and select Sign In. From there, I'm now into the secure portion of the Compass PTN. Selecting the Home button will now bring me into a menu option where I have the option of selecting Manage Enrollment Data or Manage our Practice Measure Information. Our Manage Practice Measure Information is going to be where we actually submit data for the physicians that are enrolled in the Compass PTN. I'm going to go ahead and select Manage Practice Measure Information. The next screen that I'm seeing is a list of all the practices that I'm associated to within the Compass PTN. So you can see I have a list of 3, so I'm going to go ahead and select one of my practices. Hitting the Go button will now bring me into the Measure dashboard. Now the Measure dashboard will show all the providers that are associated with that specific clinic. So you can see here I have a list of 4 providers on the left-hand side, as well as the list of all the measures that are available to submit data on within the Compass PTN. Now our Method 3 submission method, which is the QRDA file, is our most advanced method of submitting data within the Compass PTN. However, it's probably one of the easiest ways to submit it, as it's very similar to attaching a file to a email. So I'm going to go ahead and select one of my providers. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the first provider, Jenna Jones, on my list. And you can see here I have different options for submitting data. So Dr. Jones here has selected that she will be submitting diabetes A1C via QRDA file where our heart failure is patient level, and then all the other measures appear to be aggregate. So that is the one nice thing about our system, is that you are able to submit information for different measures in different methods. So you can choose method 1, 2, or 3, which is our QRDA, patient level, or aggregate. So I'm going to go ahead and select my diabetes A1C. So I'm going to go ahead and select diabetes A1C. You can see that the option for QRDA file has already been selected. Now, if this was the first time I was enrolling in there, it would be in the select option, and I would need to change it to the QRDA and then navigate to the bottom to select save. Since I haven't made any changes, the save button is grayed out for me. But if it wasn't and I had made changes, I would hit save and that information would save and the blue hyperlink would appear. I'm going to go ahead and select my diabetes A1C. I can now go ahead and choose a file. It is important that you submit the correct file format for the QRDA files, as we take either an XML file, and you will know that by this file type, XML, or a zip file, which is this right here, and they will look differently with the icon. But I'm going to go ahead and select one of my QRDA files. I'm going to hit open, upload the file, and just that, I get a green success message up top, as well as the file present right here, which is available for download if I need to. It tells the person who has submitted the status, as well as when it was updated, and then if it was successful. Now, once the file has been processed, which generally takes about 6 to 12 hours, you will get an error report and someone from our support staff contacting you, letting you know that this file did not pass validation as there was something wrong with that. So if there is something wrong with your QRDA file, our support staff is there to help you walk through some of the steps of what could be wrong with it. A lot of times, though, there are issues with the actual QRDA file being downloaded from the EHR system. So if that is indeed the case, you will have to work with your EHR vendor in order to troubleshoot that better. So just so you're clear that if this does fail, or you're having trouble uploading your QRDA file, our support staff contact information is on this left-hand side in the footer of all the pages within the Compass PTN portal. So you can always reference this if you are ever having trouble downloading or navigating the system. They're there to help you, and they'd be happy to do that. So once I'm done with that, I can go ahead and manage my quality measure data by selecting this. Will bring me back to the home screen, and I can now upload another file for one of the providers. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.